YouTube world, right? This is update number 3 on the situation with the female electric blue acara. She had hole in the head and ick, I believe, and we went ahead and pulled out all the fish to be on the safe side because it didn't seem like it was working with the other medication, the natural medication. So we went ahead and tried Metroplex. We are still going on it. By the end of next Sunday, the whole process is complete. But they are already looking really good. He, from what I can tell, just has like 1 spot or so. So that's really good. So it is getting better because he had like 3 spots, but now it's only 1. And when you look at her, her head is completely healed up, but she still has a few spots on her fin. Plecos are in there. There's one down there. There's actually managed to get over here somewhere, but I don't know where they are. And yeah, but she's looking really good on the head and everything. But as you can see, she still has a spot or 2 on her front fin here. On her back, I think that's just it healing, you know, but on her front fin, for some reason, it really gets the front fins really well. I don't know. She's looking really good. Even her other fin is growing back really nicely. But as you can see, everything is healing up on her. See what I'm saying? Everything is healing up on her. Now when I walk into the room here, sometimes they do get startled, and she like I don't know why, but they do get startled sometimes, especially her. He doesn't really as much, but you'll be okay, girl. But sometimes they get startled, you know, because I really do leave the tank alone. I don't even have the lights on. I just have it on right now just so we can see them a little bit better. But yeah, they are looking really good, and I believe the medication is working because he's down to like 1 spot. She's down to like, you know, 2 spots or so. She's looking really much better. Huge improvement. Her head just looks rough. It's still healing. And, you know, they were in a 10-gallon tank, and remember I put a divider in there because he just would not leave her alone. But I ended up actually taking the shrimp tank down and making it into a quarantine tank because it's just bigger, and putting a divider in there. Went ahead and put 1 filter on this side, another filter on this side, bubbler there. She has her own cave, the Plecos has a cave, and he has his own cave. All the Plecos were over here actually, but 2 managed to get over there. And yeah, they are making progress still. So hopefully in 2 weeks everything goes really well. But if I still see some spots, then I'm actually going to go to a different course, and it's a really strong medication. Let me go get it real quick. Alrighty, if they still have some spots, because I think the bacteria and the hole in the head, everything is working really well out, but for the temperature and for how long it's been, they still got spots. You know what I'm saying? So after the treatment is done, if they still got spots, I'm going to go ahead and do the rapid cure. And this is actually has, you know, medication in it, like the green right here. I can't pronounce that word, but malachite green. That really kills parasites. And you know, this is just much stronger than even this. So basically, we were using a natural remedy, right, which is safe for everything. Then we're using Metroplex, which is also basically a very safe product. It's not the strongest on the market, it's still very safe, but it's very effective, has very high reviews. But as we see, I don't know, I got super ick or something. This right here will stain seams, and it's just much stronger. You know, this is real medication. It will kill snails, probably kill plants, and you know, beneficial bacteria and stuff like this. But this is why it's a rapid cure, you know, 2 days. So we're going to make sure that the water is pristine as it always is. They actually get a water change pretty much every day, if not every other day, no lie. And they get fed every other day, and they do eat. She's eating really good, he's eating really good. So there is a huge improvement, because before I was like, yeah, she's eating there and there, you know what I'm saying, but she's actually like, she's excited to eat, you know what I'm saying. The lights actually haven't been on for like probably 2 weeks. I haven't really been putting videos out there like that, because all they are, you know, sitting in quarantine tank and, you know, just, you know, doing slowly but surely. There's the flicker, see, he managed to get over there. And yeah, but they're eating really well, so there is a huge improvement. So hopefully in 2 weeks, no spots. The treatment's done. According to this, it needs to be 3 weeks. When I added all the fish, everything together, basically I restarted it, because, you know, you don't want to be like, oh, you know, it was already going for 3 weeks, so, you know, when the week was over, you can take her out. Not technically, because you added more fish to it, so fish can get kind of infected and then get the other fish reinfected. So you want to basically start the process over again. You never want to cut it short. You always want to do the full process, if not a week longer. You know, do the full process, do a 50% water change, and do another week, just to be on the safe side, no lie. Yeah, so never ever, you know, do it shorter than what the instruction says. If it says 3 weeks, do 3 weeks. If you end up adding more fish into it a week later, then just restart it, do a nice water change, and just restart it. But this actually gets a whole lot of water changes, so every time I do a water change, the amount I take out, I replenish with this. So let's say it's 1 scoop for every 10 gallons, so basically 2 scoops for 20 gallons, so it's not too bad. So basically I try to do a 10-gallon water change every day, and I put 1 scoop back into it every day. But every 2 days, you know, I'll put the recommended amount in there. You can put 1 to 2 scoops per 10 gallons. So basically I do 3 to 4 scoops every other day, and every water change I just put back 1 scoop for 10 gallons of water change. You know, so maybe this is one reason why the ache, because the medication is not fully in there, but I really think I am keeping up with it, because every time I do a water change, I'll put it right back in there. So yeah, I think I got super ache. But if nothing works, then we will go that way, and it will stain my seams, and it will definitely see he just icked himself. And this is like, with the temperatures, I mean, it's up there, it's in the 80s, it's been in the 80s, it doesn't go below the 80s. I mean, as you can see, it's like 82, 86 according to this, you know, so it's like 83 degrees, and there's pretty hot. And yeah, so we might go this route, but we got to finish this before we go this route, to make sure we kill everything this can possibly kill, and then we're going to go ahead and, you know, do a nice water change, probably let them sit for 3 days in nice clean water, and then we're going to go do the 2-day process. Well guys, 20-gallon long, upgraded from the 10-gallon quarantine tank, just a lot more room, a lot more filtration power, nice lid, you know, can seal it all. And yep, she got her own little cave. This is actually the cave that's going to go into the display tank. It's much bigger, much longer. That's exactly what we wanted. And it is plastic, so it will float, so we do have to put a rock in it to hold it down, but it's actually perfect because this rock is nice and smooth and everything, so if they ever do want to get busy, they will, you know, hopefully do on this rock. And as I said, the lights, you know, haven't been on for 2 weeks, so they're a little startled about it, but when I do come in here and feed them, they're really excited, and usually they're right there. He's here and she's there. They want to be together. I'm just afraid to take the barrier down because he really doesn't leave her alone, and I don't want her to get beat up, because in the 10-gallon, you know, he wouldn't leave her alone and was actually tearing her up. And he actually managed to break down the barrier, no lie. I'm like, wow, you know, so I left him alone for a day or two, and I'm like, man, she looks rough. Like, her fin was looking rough. I mean, like, her back fin. And I'm like, wow, you know, like, he won't leave her alone. So I decided to break down the shrimp tank. All the shrimp are in the display tank. The lionfish, I can feed them by hand now, so I'm not worried about ghost shrimp anymore. But yeah, all the ghost shrimp are in the display tank now. And the 20-gallon is a display now. Well guys, this is update number 3, and hopefully I didn't ramble on too long, but I just wanted to be, you know, clear as possible. And top filtration, in my opinion, is very necessary to get, you know, make sure everything's moving around very well. Medication, everything, water's top notch, and you know, hell yeah. Well, YouTube, I appreciate you. And there's the male electric blue acara, looking beautiful. There's 1 or 2 spots. I mean, I really think he only has 1 spot. And there's the female, but on her fin she really does have still, you know, 2-3 spots, maybe 4, maybe even 5. It looks pretty rough, but for some reason it's only on the front fin, so that's interesting, right? It's not on the body, it's not like super aggressive, but on the front fins they're really pronounced and big, so it's like a little odd. So hopefully, you know, everything goes well, because he's really down to 1 and she's really healing up. She's really, you know, excited to eat and everything, and I'm like, yeah. So I'm gonna stop rambling on, guys, because I'm just gonna keep repeating myself. I wish you guys an awesome night, and y'all be good.